Well, hi everybody, it's me, Jessica, again. We're just going to start over for today. So once again, I apologize. Definitely seem to be having some issues with streaming. Can't get my camera to turn. Tried to stream on Facebook and got a weird message there. So we still got plenty of time to gather the props that you need for today. I dropped the description in the chitty chat, and for now we're just warming up. So either jogging in place, working to get your full feet down towards the floor, or you can stick with the march. If you have space, let's move forward and backwards just a little bit. I'm going to march my way forward and keep swinging your arms too. Definitely want to warm your upper body up, and I definitely want to confirm that I'm straightening. We are great. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Let's take this a little right and left, right and left. So whether you're going to switch to a side step right and left, or if you want to keep with some sort of a march, or maybe you take a grapevine, you're welcome to just grapevine with the tap, or maybe grapevine with a little bit of a knee drive. Make sure that you're still breathing. Keep your breath the best that you can, changing the intensity that you're working out to make sure that you do still have some quality breath happening for today. Let's get 4 more of these. 3, 2, 1. A nice jumping jack. Whether you're actually jumping or maybe you're just stepping or tapping side to side, arms come all the way up overhead and back down towards the floor. You can step those feet together. You can keep a wide tap, just getting a little bit more of our arms warmed up. 10, 9, lower belly draws in. 8, make sure hands are going all the way up and down. Don't worry, I'm still counting. 5, wait, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take some Frankenstein kicks. Big kick forward, 3 little steps, and another big kick forward. Can you keep your toes flexed towards your face? We're warming up those hamstrings. Shoulders relaxed away from your ears. So I'm not trying to crunch down to touch that leg, trying to lift that leg as much as possible, feeling the squeeze in the glute and the back of the thigh. We got these last 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Plant your feet down. Take a deep inhale. Bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, find a little cactus of your arms. Squeeze your glutes. Drive your hips forward. Inhale, arms come back up overhead. Chin in line with your chest. Exhale, arms down by your side. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. Bend your knees. Weight in your heels. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, arms up. Push your hips forward. Exhale, cactus your arms. Little bend of the upper back. Inhale, chin comes back under chest, hips can stop their press, and exhale, arms down by your side. 1 more, turn hands, palms forward to really get that full range of motion. Inhale, arms up overhead, squeeze your glutes, hips come forward, weight in your heels. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades together, elbows drive towards each other. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms down by your side. Okay, so our first move today is also a little bit of a warm-up move. I encourage you to drink water whenever that you need it. Ideally, maybe in the 20 seconds of rest that we have coming up, not during the action, as much action as you can. All right, so we're gonna move our opposite arm, opposite leg. So right leg is gonna drive, left arm starts towards the back. It's gonna move 1, 2, I lied. Left arm starts towards the front. It's going to move 1, 2, 3. And on the 4th swing, the right leg goes with it. So lots of weight in your left heel. Right toe is just going to tap towards the floor. The faster that your arms swing, the faster that this leg is going to drive. We're going to do 1 time to each side, and then we're going to increase the intensity of this move. So set yourself up. Lots of weight in your left heel in front of you. Right toe barely taps down towards the floor. And the more of a bend that you have in this left leg, the more you're going to feel your quad, your glute firing up, the more challenge. So make sure there's at least some bend. We are not locking that leg out. We start in 3, 2, here we go. Left arm starts forward. Up, up, up. Jessica, Here we go. So it goes 1, 2, 3, knee drive. 1, 2, 3, drive. Now remember, each time that toe taps down, it's tapping down really quietly. You can, as you start to get the motion, emphasize this little single leg squat that you have going, but don't let the weight come forward into your toes. Maybe you even take a little wiggle of those toes at the front. Use your exhale each time that knee drives. We got about 10 more seconds. Hopefully your arms are going a little bit faster. Chin is not tucked towards the chest. Eye gaze is not up towards the ceiling. It is in a diagonal line with your spine. Okay, take a break. Shake it out. Did you feel that standing leg start to feel worked? We're going to do the opposite leg this time. So right foot stays planted, left toe is to the back, right arm starts forward, shoulders away from ears, nice gentle hinge from your hips. So send your glutes back and then the arms. Right arm goes back, forward, back, knee drive. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're not shifting the weight into that left toe. Weight stays in your right foot here. Left toe just taps to the mat or the carpet or the floor, whatever. Keep this little hinge from your hips. Head in line with your spine. 10 seconds left. If this is really burning up your glute, you need to take a second and shake it out. You take that second, and then as soon as you can, come back into the move. 3, 2, 1, take a break. All right, we got one more time each side. Your options are either so on that fourth swing, add in a hop, or every time that arm swings, your leg's going to go. You can still add in a hop every here and there. Are you ready? Right leg back, left arm forward, 2, 1, here we go. So either every time that leg swings, your arm is swinging, or every fourth time you're adding a hop. I think my neighbor's not home. I did look outside before class started, so I'm going to risk this hop right here. And this drive of your arm is what's helping you to get up. And then it's still very little light weight in that right toe tapping down towards the floor. Maybe that right toe doesn't even touch the floor. Maybe you're just taking a single leg hop. Make sure as you land back down, slight little bend in that knee. 3, 2, 1, take a break. We're switching to the other side. In 3, 2, so this time right foot's planted, left leg, right arm moves, either each time, or you're going 1, 2, 3, add in that hop on the 4. Even if if you're having trouble with the arms, you're just thinking about adding the hop on the 4th, and your arm drives, opposite arm drives with your leg. Or you can just stay right here. Very little weight or pressure coming into this toe of the leg that's driving. Your low belly is pulled in nice and tight. You got to bend in your planted foot for 3, 2, 1, take a break. Wow, that was great. That was great. Is your heart rate feeling a little higher? I know mine is. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water during this breakity break. And next we've got an upper body focused circuit. So we're going for lat pull down and overhead presses. I'm going to use slightly heavier weight. We're going to alternate each time. You're going to use the weight that's right for you, or even no weights. We're starting with arms up overhead. As you bring your arms up overhead, find a good stack. So you want to make sure that there's not a big overarching of your back. You can even take a little tuck of that pelvis, bend of your knees right here. We're going to alternate between pulling this elbow down nice and wide, getting a nice lat pull down. Thinking about if you were in the gym, like you're pulling towards your chest and you're finding that big arch in your upper back, just like we found in our warm up when we found our cactus and we arched in the upper back, not the whole back. That's move number 1. Let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. So we're not overarching the back. When we're pulling down, that arch is only happening in the upper back, and we're going one arm at a time. Nice wide arc, bringing your elbow down towards your hips. I'm also bringing that elbow back a little bit. So each time it comes back, there is a proud lift of that chest, as if someone's digging their knee right into your upper back. On the second set, if you want to add in that extra challenge, you can get both arms at the same time. But next up, we're going to switch to an overhead press. Many options for your overhead press. Maybe you're taking an Arnold press, resetting at your face. Maybe you're keeping the challenge hard, keeping your elbows out wide. I'm just going to press one arm and then the other. Still sticking with the one and then the other. Here we go. Having your elbows in line with your shoulders is a little bit more active, a little bit more challenging than if your arms are down by your side. I do like that Arnold press if you want to keep your arms down to get this good range of motion, a little rotation. I personally don't feel my shoulders working as much here though, so I'm going to come back to one at a time, coming to nice and wide. Oh, good. Take a break. Take a break. All right. Coming back to that lat pull down. So arms are starting off nice and high. Palms are facing forward. Remember, you can stick with alternating one and then the other, or you can add in that third of both arms pulling at the same time. And your imaginary bar is pulling to your chest, not behind your head. So this big old arch with your arm, drawing your elbow in the direction of your hip, squeezing your shoulder blades, scapula together, and then squeezing them both together. And then I'm just going to alternate which arm goes first. Can you still keep your lower belly pulled in nice and tight as well? Ooh. We got just over 10 seconds left to go. Only one more circuit here, one more round in this circuit. Oh my gosh, with arms up overhead. Take a break, take a break. Remember, you can always take a couple extra seconds, lower your weight. I want you to be smart for your body so you can come back tomorrow and do even more. There is no shame. Every day is different. Each side of your body is different. The moves that we do are different and using different weights. Okay? Shoulder presses. Here we go. So maybe you're sticking with just one arm. You're going to add a couple reps on one arm. I'm going to add a couple reps in on the other arm. Still this proud lift of your chest. Now get both arms at the same time. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. We're more than halfway. It's the final countdown. Last 10 seconds. Keep your lower belly pulled in. Take that lock out of your knees. For 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. We'll carefully lower your weights down. Shake it out for just a second. Go ahead, grab some water again if you would like it. Okay, what's next? Next up, okay. Next up, we're going to do something fun, and then we're going to do something not fun. Because that's great. So you're going to open your legs nice and wide. We're going to take a great little work on our adductors, a little bit more on the inner thighs, and then we're going to go for either a Bulgarian split squat or just a split lunge. Okay, so for this one, you're going to come into your side lunge, hips are behind you, and you're going to take a little lift of this foot up off the floor. Maybe it's a big lift of this foot up off the floor. Back into your side lunge. You stay low as you switch to the other side. Press into the outer edge of your foot. Use that exhale to lift your foot up. As the foot comes back down to the floor, we want it to come back down as quietly as possible. Sort of slam the foot down towards the floor. You're really using your abs to control. Let's get started. No weights needed for this first one. I'll even turn a little to the side so you can see what's happening of really sending those glutes back and straightening one leg at a time in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I'm sending things over to the right and I'm taking a moment to really set up. Pressing the outer edge of the foot into the floor. Left leg stays straight. Right leg lifts up. Hips stay low. Both knees bend. Switch to the other side. I still got a good flat back here. And then just switching from side to side. So lower belly. Core is pulled in two, so there's no dumping of the low belly towards the floor. Just switching side to side. Staying low. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now we're going to go for either that Bulgarian split squat or just a split lunge. I'm just going to go for a split lunge. As you can't see my couch. All right. So for the split lunge, remember, we're using the front leg to press us up, not the back leg. So shift that weight forward. Back knee presses down. Front heel pushes up. While you're doing this, keep thinking about trying to keep your hips in a line with that front leg. Using that front heel, squeeze and lift. Ooh, if you need a second, you can always take a second, step your feet together, step it right back out, and come back into your lunge. We only got one time each side, so you just got 40 seconds of work to get through. Maybe you even hold it for a second at the bottom. Oh, we made it. Okay, we're coming back to that separate leg shifting side body lunge. Words. We got about 10 seconds till we get started. We got one more. This is our last leg move. All right, here we go. So to the side, press the outer edge of your foot into the floor, straight leg, flat back, belly in. Find that lift and your shift. If you're having trouble staying low, you can lift yourself up. You can come into that side lunge, straighten your leg, still find that lift up, lower down. Oops, I lifted the wrong leg. So we're lifting the leg that we have bent, not the leg that we have straight. Keep those legs out nice and wide too. Those nice wide legs are going to make it easier to shift that weight from side to side to stay good and low. Oh my gosh, we did it. Okay, other leg's going to step forward for the last of our split lunges or Bulgarian split squat with that back foot rising. We start in 3, 2, shift your hips, 2 hips in one line, weight in your front heel, lowering down, lifting up, weight is in your front heel. That's correct, I heard you. Even while you're doing these lunges, still think weight in the front heel, left leg is just like along for the ride. So we're getting a lot of that same first move that we did. Happening right here. We got our last 10 seconds. We're going to add in that pulse at the bottom. Keep that weight in your front foot. Draw that front leg hip back continuously. 3, 2, we did it. Oh my gosh. Yay. Legs get to rest. Grab your sip of water again. It is very hot in here. Okay. Next round, we're going for a little Y raise, thumbs up. We're also going to go for a little hinged raise, thumbs down. So we're still working the back. I'm going to switch to a slightly lighter weight to be kind to my very tired body. Shoulders roll down and back. Round 1, thumbs are going to be facing up, and you can have a bit of a Y. So I don't have my hands in line with my shoulders. My hands are gently in front. I can do a heavier weight. Depending on how heavy your weight is, you might want to actually even give yourself a thumbs up, having your thumbs separate. If your weight starts to get really heavy, though, you're going to have to hold on fully to the stem of your dumbbells. All right, let's get this started in 3, 2, here we go. Shoulders down and back, belly in, slight bend in your knees. Y raise to your shoulders using your breath. I like the big old exhale up. and inhale down. And I like to hold there at the top. So I'm not like exhaling up and bringing it down quickly. I'm pausing at the top. Can you bring that pause, belly in, controlled on the way down? Still keeping shoulders down and back like someone is like lifting your chest, helping you keep those shoulders back. Yay! Okay, now we're gonna let pinkies lead. So you're gonna take a slight little hinge from your hips, wide out to the side. Find that raise. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Find your hinge and begin. Exhale out wide. A little bit more challenging. I'm tired. I'm going to switch to a lighter weight because I notice that I'm so tired and I'm so tight that each time I try to bring those arms up, it really felt like my form was not feeling great. So even if you have no weights in your hands, even if you're just working on finding this hinge from your hips, eye gaze towards the floor in a diagonal. So no tucking your chin towards your chest. Still finding that squeeze for 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Press your feet, lift yourself up. Let's find that standing Y raise one more time. In 3, 2, so plant your feet. Go ahead, plant them. Focus on your form here and begin. I know a lot of times, like when I'm tired and I'm doing a workout, there is a big temptation to, do a lot of this. When you're doing a lot of this, you're losing out on some of the focused engagement that you can really bring into your lats. We are working the lats here. You might feel your chest, your pecs also getting in on the action. When you're like walking around, like things start to get weird while you're walking around. So find that one spot, focus your eyes. Also, a lot of times walking around can be a distraction because it's hard. Take a break. Just like reaching for water, not between the sets, can be another way that you tell yourself it's okay to take a break. Newsflash, it is okay to take a break. If you're going to take a break, though, be honest with yourself. Tell yourself, I'm taking a break, I'm taking a breath, and then I'm going to get back into the action. Let's find our hinge. Slight bend in the knees. This time, pinkies lead. Finding that squeeze. Still try and create length. Lats are engaged down. We're not trying to let them creep up. And then find that big wide fly. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just felt a stretch in my chest. That was like fantastic. So keep thinking about like stretching your glutes towards the back of the room. Like there's money in the idea. If you can press your butt against the back wall with the flat back, there's money in the idea. And in the banana stand. For 3, 2, 1. Stand yourself up, press through your feet. We're going to sit down on the floor for our very last move. You might want to bring a weight with you for our last round with some Russian twists. Let's do something different. We're going to Russian twist to only one direction. Woo! I know. I thought about it today. Okay, so we're still going to start like at the center. Glutes are on the floor. We're going to twist to one side. Maybe you even lift a knee. Oh, look at that. So we're going to you can keep both feet on the floor and then just twist and come to center. When you're twisting, I want you to touch the mat. Can you? Try. Let's at least try. All right, so we're just going to one side, whatever side you want to start at in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. One side, bring it back towards your knee. Maybe you got that single leg boat pose. Maybe you're challenging yourself right here. You got that double leg boat pose, and you're still just bringing it back to center. I'm going to go for that single leg. If you find that there's that didn't feel good. Rounding of your back, then both feet get to come towards the floor. You can always make this more challenging, even with both feet on the floor, if you just hinge a little bit more back. That string is lifting your chest sternum towards the ceiling. Your back is flat like a pancake. Take a break. Let's go to the other side. Let's go straight into the other side. 3, 2, 1. Let's just do it. Other side, center. Oh, I was a little early. Here we go. Okay. Other side to center. We're going to lay down on our backs after this. This is the only time I'm going to make you get this Russian twist move. We're still going to work on a little side to side though. As we lay down on the floor, we're still going to work on just one side. Keep that lower belly drawn in, keep your chest lifted, keep that upper back engaged. I know you've been working it so hard today. We're almost there for 3, 2, 1. Yay. Lay down on your back, lay down on your back. Knees bent in reverse tabletop, arms out wide to the side. I cannot see myself, but I hope that you still can. We're going to drop our knees over to one side and then bring them right back to center. That's it. That's it. You ready? There we go. Knees drop over to one side with control. Knees come back to center with control. Just keep going to one side. We're not like flopping. We are moving intentionally. Yes, you can use some pressure of your arms on the floor. You're probably going to need to use a little bit of your triceps, maybe even elbows or hands, palms pressing down to the mat to help slow things down here so that you're not just falling over and collapsing to your side. But you can turn your head in the opposite direction of your knees. Take a break. Soles of the feet down on the floor. Oh, yeah. We got one more time. One last side. And then we are done working out together for the day. Not that I don't love working out with you. I do. All right. Knees back up. Arms out wide. But I got so many other great programs that I would love to start writing for the week. Do. We're almost there. We got 8 seconds left. How do you feel about this one? I'm a fan. I like this. For me, it's like a bit of a stretch, a little bit of work. Awesome. Roll onto your back again. Draw both of your knees to your chest. Stretch your elbows down towards your hips. Give yourself a double, triple chin. Oh, really pull that double, triple. Oh my God, that feels good. Even give it some pressure. Stretch your deep neck cervical flexor. Take one more big inhale. And exhale. You can take a little release on your legs. Send your left sole of the foot to the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Take a big open of your knees. A little from the floor pigeon pose. You can stay right here with the sole of the left foot on the floor, or you can increase the stretch, lifting your left leg up. Maybe even wind your fingers through. Thread your fingers through. To thread the needle here, keep the back of your head down on the floor though. Maybe even coming back to that double, triple chins. One more big inhale. Keep that ankle crossed. Exhale, left sole of the foot comes down to the floor. Open your legs wide and knees are coming over to the left. You can even keep your right ankle gently tucked under the left thigh and look over your left shoulder. 2 more slow breaths, 2 more. Bring your head back in line with your heart. Roll to your back again. Uncross your right leg. Cross your left thigh over the right. Take a moment right here. Low back stays on the floor. Right foot stays on the floor. You can stay right here, opening the front side of that left hip flexor to bring the stretch to the back side of the right glute. We're going to lift the right foot up off the floor. You can let gravity do the work. You can thread the needle. Keep the back of your head down on the floor. Use your exhale to relax as much of your upper back down to the mat. One more big breath here before we will release any sort of bind and bring right foot back down to the floor. Bam, there it goes. Arms spread out nice and wide, and this time knees fall to The right fall, but with intention. Left ankle can stay crossed under right thigh. Bigger stretch to the outside of your glutes. Turn, twist, look over your left shoulder. Nice stretch in your neck. Say hi to the birdie. Hi, Freddie. All right, bring your head back in line with your heart. Uncross your legs. We're staying over here on the right side. Roll yourself over and come into tabletop for just a moment. You're welcome to stay here in this tabletop for a lot or a little bit longer. I'm basically just helping us find our way to our feet. So if there's any extra stretches that your body needs, maybe find them right here. Some big circles through your hips in both directions, some big circles through your shoulders or through the center line of your body, really getting into your back. Find what feels good for you and take the time now and maybe even a little later in the day for a great big stretch. When you're ready to stand up, spread your fingers wide like a starfish, tuck your toes under, send your hips up towards the ceiling, and then you can walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. When both feet are firmly planted, bend one knee and then the other. It can be teeny little bends, just getting some movement back into the outsides of your hips. Relax your head down to the floor and shake it. Yes! Yes, I am so proud of myself for coming. Nope. No regrets. Weight back into your heels, bend your knees, slowly roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, stretch your fingers down to the floor. Turn your hands, palms forward. One more big inhale up overhead. One more drive of your hips forward. Cactus your arms, squeeze shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms come up overhead, hips stack over heels. Exhale, arms down by your side. We made it. Yay. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for your patience as I struggle electronically over here. Can't wait to see you a little bit later in the week. Till then, have a great one. Thanks for coming.